working live at the University of Alabama from the WVUA Tower Cam. Alabama's home team is bringing you live coverage of homecoming, and we are so glad to be celebrating with you today, and so glad that you're bringing us into your living room to share this event with us. Lynn Brooks alongside First Lady of Alabama football, Terry Saban, and we're so happy that you've joined us again this year. It's become a great tradition for us.
Happy to be here. I was fine, Lynn, until someone said there were maybe 3 million people watching this. I thought it was just you and me having a good time.
It is. You know, everybody's at home just on the couch, kicked back, they're relaxed. So we're relaxed. We're just all hanging out together and enjoying homecoming. And we've decided to add an interesting segment this year, Terry.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people are interested in you and the coach and what things are like for you guys. So we decided to add a segment we're going to call Ask Terry.
Okay.
So we have some people that are
Hope
just...
it's not about football.
We don't know what it's going to be about. Maybe it might be some football.
Let me get my playbook out.
Here we go, got your thick playbook here. We just picked some folks that were out in the homecoming parade crowd today to see what they would like to ask this lady right here. So WVOA's Claire, you're ready for the questions? Mm-hmm. You're literally in the hot seat.
I'm scared.
So Claire Stewart is down on the street level, and she has some fans who have questions for Terry.
Well, thank you, Lynn and Terry. I do have some great people here in the crowd, and they have some really good questions, so we're going to get started. First of all, will you say your name and where you're from?
My name is Marcia Fowler, and I'm from Madison, Alabama.
And what is your question for Miss Terry Saban?
My question is, well, everybody is so excited about the statue of Coach Saban, and we're wondering when it will arrive and what the status is.
Okay, so Marcia wants to know all about the statue. The pedestal's out there. We've seen the pedestal and we've seen his name, but so far no statue.
Good question. Thank you, Marcia. To answer, I have been somewhat involved. The people who are working on it have asked me to do spontaneous, once a month I go and peek. And I have to tell you, when the process first started, I said, it's a beautiful statue, but who is it?
Didn't look so much like the coach
at
the beginning.
But you realize that the artists working on it were not even from Alabama. They didn't know Nick. They were somewhere in, I don't know, Minnesota. But my suggestion was, we have a beautiful art department here. Why don't we have our own people get involved? There is a student, Jeremy Davis, who became involved, and since that time, it's evolving. It's beautiful. He's handsome. He's cute.
With a full head of hair.
He has more hair than he should. Nick's gonna love that part. But this young man is terrific. The muscles, the way the clothing lays on the statue, it's really evolving. I think everyone's going to be proud of it. I'm proud of it.
And we think it'll be ready. We don't really know, do we?
We're still about 2 weeks away of tweaking. Let me tell you what they're working on. I hate to tell you, they're working on the live Nick. They're doing everything from flat photos, so that's very difficult. So we're working on the live Nick, which on the bye week he's supposed to come, and we're measuring nostrils and earlobes.
We want to make sure those nostrils are right.
But to answer, when that's finished, they're still saying 2 months to do the actual molding. We're not in any hurry. Let's just get it right.
And this is where it's going to be. This is a live look from the WVUA Tower Cam of where Coach Nick Saban's statue will join all the other wonderful coaches that are there on the Walk of Champions. What an honor, Terry.
It is an honor. And may I say that the one stipulation that Nick asked for, and none of the other statues had this, is every name of every coach and every name of every player on the statue, because it is a team. I mean, Nick might be representing it and his statue but it's a total team effort. So they're going back and putting those on every statue.
That's wonderful. And what a contribution. You know, it's really awesome.
We're honored.
We have some more questions for Terry.
Yes, thank you, Lynn and Terry. And I have another guest with me, so tell me your name and where you're from.
Dwight Tankersley from Hartsville, Alabama.
Okay, and what's your question for Mrs. Terry Saban?
My question is, how does the game day atmosphere in Tuscaloosa compare to other places you have been?
Oh, great question.
Game day atmosphere, well, again, I think it goes back to what college is all about and how we missed it in the NFL. It has to rank right up there like our stadium atmosphere does.
Right.
When I heard Nick talk about our stadium to other people. Sometimes it's the only way I find anything out is when I hear him talk about other people. Is he said there is no finer stadium atmosphere in the United States than our stadium. And I would have to say that game day atmosphere in our town is right up there with the best.
The fans make a difference, and the coach talks quite often about the difference that the fans make. He makes no bones about that. When he's asked about factors that that affect the game, of course they have their process, and we know he's very much about the process, but he is always very quick to give credit to the fans.
And I don't know if the fans know, one of the things that I called our administrators and said that I love this year is when I don't know if you noticed the elephants and the big roar, "Rawr!" on third down.
Right.
That it tells the fans, uh-oh, it's third down, we really need you here
That's
for our
right.
defense to be able to stop the other team. Well, I come to find out that they had to get rid of that because it's against the NCAA rules, and no artificial noise can be used and so on. Now the band can make that noise. So we're going to count on the band this game to make that elephant noise and let everybody know it's third down and we need you to cheer so that the quarterback on the other team can't hear.
All right, so $1 Million Band, you've got your marching orders, so to speak. We need you to make some noise.
They'll do it.
For this team. And we've got, I think, another question from the street for Terry. What do you want to ask Terry down there?
All right. First of all, say your name and where you're from.
Rita Gers from Enterprise, Alabama.
And what is your question for Mrs. Terry Saban?
I'd like to know how she likes living in this part of Alabama.
Good
Thank
question.
you. Thank you, Rita. Well, we have tried to count up the other day. We've moved in 39 years 18 times.
Really?
I think it's been about 18 times.
What's the math on that? That's all. That's
we have
every
seen,
couple of years you're moving.
We have seen a lot of the country. Football, when you do well, you move, and when you do poorly, you move.
So no matter what you do,
we've moved a lot.
Get a lot of moving boxes.
Actually, I was telling Lynn recently that the longest we've ever been anywhere was 5 years. It's hard to believe this is our 4th season.
Uh-oh.
So I'd like to break.
So everybody hold up your 4.
Try to break that record and stay here a little bit longer.
That's right.
But to answer your question, Rita, I really believe this little community, this town has it all. You know, Nick and I are from small towns.
That's right.
Coal miner's daughter, West Virginia. Roll Tide! but it has everything you need. I'm not a big town girl, so living in Houston with the Houston Oilers, living in Miami with the Miami Dolphins, it's just a little too big, the traffic.
Right.
This is perfect.
Terry, are you able to go, you know, when you're buying that new houndstooth scarf or that new elephant, when you're out and about shopping, are you able to, I know Tuscaloosa is a football town, are you able to just kind of go and come as you please? Do you get?
I find that people are really respectful. That if we're eating, you know, they'll wait before they say anything. But most of the time, people are just happy and yell "Roll Tide" and all good things. I love it. Now at our lake house in Georgia, they yell other things.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You have Georgia fans. You have
Things that we won't say.
No.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, more live coverage of homecoming at the University of Alabama. You stay with us. You are looking live at the University of Alabama as WVUA prepares to bring you the homecoming parade. It's going to roll through University Boulevard any minute now. We are waiting anxiously for that parade to roll through, and we're so glad that we could bring this to you right into your homes all across the state of Alabama today. Lynn Brooks alongside First Lady of Alabama Football, Terry Saban, just having a great time and just enjoying the University of Alabama's homecoming. A great day, Terry.
A lot of people out there tailgating, and they are already cooking on their grills. We need ESPN here to sample some of the food that we saw coming down University Boulevard. It looked good. And I have my pot of chili on like I did last year.
So you're cooking chili today?
It's tradition.
What, is this in the crock pot right now, or how do you do
I have a big old soup urn that's on the stove, and I throw everything in. And I think I mentioned last year I have to have corn in my chili.
You put corn in your chili. Now,
sweet.
Some people like real spicy. Some people like a little more bland. Are you a spicy girl?
I'm spicy. Yeah, yeah. Just to the point where I have a little drop of perspiration on my forehead. Then it's perfect.
Then it's just right.
Just
you like to put a little heat on it. Now, how does Nick like it? Is he a fan of your chili?
He is, but he's not so spicy.
He's not
a
so
little
spicy.
more bland. He's into the Debbie cookies.
Oh, I hear some crowds erupting.
Here they come.
They're cheering. You can't see this. Maybe our down low camera can get this, but a forklift is running through with a stack of boxes, and the crowd is just cheering because they're ready to see anything roll through University Boulevard. So they're cheering for that.
They couldn't wait. I think that's a keg of beer on the front. That's what this is all
Maybe
about.
so. Well, something else to cheer about is this weather. It is beautiful out here, and WVUA's Richard Scott has a look at your home team forecast.
Hey, Lynn and Terry, absolutely gorgeous weather for the homecoming parade, and guess what? Yeah, here it is now. We're looking down University Boulevard towards the Strip, about a half a mile, maybe a quarter mile away. And here comes the parade now, starting to work down University Boulevard towards the east. And we'll throw in the current conditions. We're looking good weather-wise. Perfect day for outdoor activities. Lots happening here in town, obviously. 75 degrees, sunny skies in place, and the dew point, 32. Some really dry air in place. Dry air heats and cools very effectively, so those temperatures are quickly rising after that cool start to the day. 70 over in Haleyville, again 75 here in Tuscaloosa, 74 down in Demopolis. The rest of the day this afternoon, 2 o'clock, 76, and again a good supply of sunshine, nice conditions around 78 by 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock this evening as we head towards sunset. Temperatures do start to cool off, 69 by sunset. It will be a much cooler night for us. High pressure over the southeast means sinking air and dry conditions around. No clouds, no rain to talk about. No rain for our weekend forecast as well. Today, again, 78, 79 for our Sunday. We also have Kentucky happening here in town, so we're looking good for that weather-wise as well. So let's show you the forecast, the game day forecast, and I tell you what, folks, we couldn't ask for better weather conditions. Now, as we go into the overnight hours tonight, once that sun does set, it will begin to cool off a bit. In fact, tonight we're talking temperatures around 56 degrees by kickoff, 8 o'clock, a late game tonight, clear skies in place, and even 40s by halftime as we go towards the end of the game, around 46 degrees. Be sure to bundle up. It is nice now, but it will begin to cool off. Tonight's low 36 degrees, a cold one for us. Tomorrow's high 79, lots of sunshine. Lynn and Terry couldn't ask for better weather. Back to you guys out of the set.
All right, thanks a lot, Richard. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the University of Alabama's homecoming parade in its entirety. You're watching WVUA, Alabama's home team.